Hi, everybody. Welcome to Barre. Thank you so much for joining tonight. I am putting, once again, a link in the chat. We're asking that you donate to the George Floyd Memorial Fund instead of to Black Widow this evening. I'll also put that in the chat again at the end of class, and by the time this is uploaded on YouTube, we can pop that in the description box as well. So all you're going to need for class tonight, optional blocks, optional weights for your hands, a wall space that you can lean into, so a closed door works fine, and maybe just like a surface or a wall to rest your hand on. And so let's get started. So go ahead and get your playlist started. We're going to start standing. So go ahead and just come to a comfortable stand. Soften the knees, press down through the feet. Maybe close the eyes. Maybe palms face forward. Start to take some nice deep breaths. So like your body has arrived for class, but allow the mind to arrive as well. Maybe take chin down to chest. And then if it feels good, just roll the head side to side. Let's take it around back. Feel free to pause anywhere that feels a little tight. And then arms reach up. Right hand grabs left wrist, tip up and over. And switch. So at the top of your mat, let's reach the arms up. We'll take a forward fold. You can keep your knees as bent as you need. Find a halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Left leg steps back for a lunge. Right arm peels up to the sky. Now, as you breathe here, let the hips soften down. Top hand comes down, high plank, and hold it. Yeah, press the mat away, lift the low belly. Nice long neck, squeeze your bum. Take a deep breath in, and then downward dog. Walk yourself to a forward fold. And again, bend the knees, halfway lift. Fold down, right leg steps back. Right hand down, left arm up. Soften the hips down. Really reach up, really try to twist the whole rib cage. Top hand comes down, high plank. This time, just bend one knee at a time. Starting pretty slow. You can take as big of a bend of the knees as you want, but keep the fingers wide and knuckles rooted down. Make sure the butt's not hiking up. Let the body heat up a little bit. And downward dog. Walk yourself up to a fold again. Soften the knees, halfway lift, and then slowly come up to standing with the blood flow. Feet come hip distance apart. Right away, squat and stand. So when we squat, we really sit the butt back. So your weight's in your heels. You should be able to see your toes, if not most of your foot. Yeah, really sink it back. Now, when you stand up, squeeze your butt, press your hips forward. Breathe. Really, maybe you challenge yourself a little more and see like how low you can sit. Good. Couple more like this. And hold it low. Little ones, up and down. So you're not coming up too high. Yeah. Make sure the weight is heavy in the heels. Low belly really starting to hug in here. Legs are starting to heat up. Breathe. Here's 4. Get low. 3, 2, and 1. Back to our regular ones. Up and down. So you have an option to, when you stand, lift your heels as high as you want. But the more you press into your toes, the more you kind of wake up the calf muscles. Keep breathing. Good work. Let's go 4 more of these. Nice and strong. 2. And hold it low. Little ones, up and down. Let that breath keep flowing strong, guys. Hands at heart center, like pressing to keep the core steady. 4, 3, 2, come on up, shake it out. So here's where you might want like your chair or your surface. Heels are gonna be together, toes out in a nice soft little V. Heels lift just a couple of inches, not super high, and walk them in so they're pressing. Knees bend out over your toes. And then you're gonna use your inner thighs to press the legs back, keeping your heels connected. And the upper body is nice and tall, belly pulled in. So the heels pressing pretty hard together is important here. So toes are pushing down, heels are pushing together. Maybe sink down like an inch lower. Good. Yes, beautiful. Shoulders down. Let's go 4, 3, 2. Hold them back, little lower, and lift. Not all the way. Keep the legs bent. Make sure you're breathing. Make sure you feel your weight equally pressing across the toes and the ball of the foot. Supporting hand is light, okay? Good work. Sink down into that burn zone. It's 4, 3, 2, staying low. Your left leg, you're gonna keep the turnout and step it forward so that heel and big toe are in line. So you're staggered. Lower and lift right here. Really push into the front foot. Yeah, good. Try to stay tall. Try not to hunch forward. Keep those legs bent. My legs are starting to shake already. Cool. Now stay low. This front leg pushes back, just like we were doing before, but now it's moving on its own. So I'll face you guys again. So press, little push. Make sure you're not like leaning totally back into the back foot. Equal weight. Good. Yes. Now start to bump this left hip up. Just a tiny squeeze of your butt and a lift of the hips. Keep those heels nice and high. Here's 4, here's 3, 2, heels together, lower and lift. Whew, that one heats up quick. So we're only here for a few more before we switch to the other side. So reset your form, get nice and tall through the upper body. Here's 2, here's 1, other leg steps forward. So both feet are turned out, heels are now high, lower and lift. Whew. Let them shake, it's all good. Grip those toes into the mat. Let's do 4 more. 3, get a little bit lower. 2, stay low, front leg, push it back. Yes, use the inner thigh. Again, try not to lean back into that back foot. Keep your heels as high as you can. Good. 4, 3, 2, right hip bumps. Lift it up. Little squeeze, little squeeze. Spine is long, neck is long. Good work, yes. Get a little bit lower. Here's 4, here's 3, 2, heels together. Last time, lower and left. Finish strong. Here's 4, 3, 2, and stay low, arms up, heels pressed together, butt squeezes, hold it 4, 3, 2, and come on out. Quick shake of the legs. After this little thigh work right now, we'll do a stretch. So back up into your wall, all the way pushing against it. Walk your feet out, grab a seat. So you want to think about like a nice strong seat. So shoulders over hips, knees somewhere over the feet, legs walked all the way together. So you're squeezing the inner thighs. So squeeze them in, almost like you're pretending you had something between them. It's just that energetic squeeze of the inner thighs. Now, hands can be at heart center, hands can be resting on the legs, like whatever is most helpful for you. But your feet are so strong here. Your bum is low. Think about 90-degree angles-ish. Good. Now, push your weight into your right foot, then your left. Push right, push left. So you're just shifting your weight. You're not really moving. But push hard. You should feel like that surge in the thighs. Hug the low belly in. Really push yourself back into your wall. Close your eyes if you need to. This set is pretty short, I promise. But if you need to come out for any reason, just come back in. It's all good. Push 4, push 3, 2, and 1. Right hip bumps. Bump, just like we did before. Just trying to isolate this motion here, this area of the body. Little crunch, little side crunch there. Get your bum down a little bit lower. Squeeze 4, squeeze 3, 2, left side. Squeeze. Use your butt. Use your obliques. Chest is open. Feet are pressing fully down into your mat. Good work, guys. Yes. Here's 4, 3, 2, heels lift up and down, up and down. Let your legs shake on the way down. This is where the magic is happening, I promise you. Breathe through it. Make sure your hips aren't lifting up away from your wall. Ah, yes. Let's do this together. Here we go. Here's 4. Here's 3, 2. Hold those heels up, arms up, sink the bum down a little bit and hold it. Close your eyes. Hold it for count of 8. Good. 7, 6, 5. Dig deep. 4, 3, 2. Heels down. Come on up. The sweat is just literally dripping off me. Time to stretch. Top of your mat. Arms sweep up and a big forward fold. Take a moment in your forward fold, okay? Like if you want to use your blocks, if you want to bend the knees, like some people will have straight legs and some people won't. Straight legs aren't the goal. The goal is to stretch your hamstrings and to like lengthen out. So however you can do that, right? So let the head hang down. Shake the head. If you want to, you could grab opposite elbows and just like ragdoll. Just get really loose. Okay. Hands plant down on your blocks or on the mat. Left leg steps back. Set up your lunge. Let the hips start to soften. Back knee comes down, untuck the toe. Sink forward, low lunge. Breathe. Then walk yourself back to your hamstring stretch. You could take your blocks with you or not, but you want to feel like your thigh bone is like being drawn back into the hip joint. So it's like you're pulling your heel back. Nice deep breaths there. Now coming forward, blocks to the inside of the foot or hands. Heel toe that foot out wider. You can stay right here. You could climb the forearms down. Maybe you want to try turning the front foot out at an angle. and see how that feels. And then, of course, final option to bend the back leg. Right hand could reach around for the toes. Again, not the goal. It's just if that feels good. And release it if you have it. Hands plant, step that foot forward, and right leg back. Set up your lunge. Back knee comes down, untuck the toe, sink the hips forward. Deep breaths here. Walk yourself back to your hamstring stretch, flex the toes, and again, think about drawing the entire leg back so hips are square and spine is long. Big breath here. And we'll come back forward, hands to the inside of the foot. Heel toe that foot out wider. Staying right there or climbing down to forearms if that feels good. Turn the front foot out at an angle and staying there or opting for quad stretch, maybe reaching. Wherever you are, one more big deep breath. And release it. Hands plant, leg sweeps around. Knees stay down, heels squeeze towards your bum, squeeze your bum, and lower your hips in line with your body. Nice wide fingers, push-ups down and up. Good, you decide how low you're going, but feel the power in your arms. Good. One more slow. Now we'll speed it up. Down, up, down, up. Maybe you only go down halfway now, but keep that body in one line. Push through the palms, push through the fingers. Here is 8. Breathe. You can do this, guys. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming up, downward dog. Pedal the feet out. Really press the heels down toward the mat. Cool, rolling forward to your high plank. Again, get in one line. Knees could be down totally, but we're gonna bend the left leg, flex the foot, push the heel up to the sky. Push. So you start to feel your glutes working here, right? So if your knee's down, you look exactly the same, right? Your knee's just down. Push. Strong pillar arms, guys, strong shoulders. 4, 3, 2, and we're switching sides. Push. Make sure that butt's not hiking up too high. Neck is long. Breath is steady and determined. Push through the center of the heel. Squeeze that butt cheek. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees come down. Forearms come down. Stepping back, forearm plank. Again, knees could be down, but left leg straight, we're lifting and lowering it. So again, you're squeezing your butt here. You're pushing both forearms down into your mat. Good work. Here's our last 4 on this side. Good. Last one and switch. Lift. Breathe through. Hug that belly in. Stay low. Here's 4, 3, 2. Toes down. Glide forward and back on the toes. Forward and back. Finish strong. Let's do 2 more. Last one, knees down. Sit up on the shins. This is a nice time for a water or towel break. Let it settle. I'm just gonna try not to wipe my eyebrows off as I get the sweat out. Circle the shoulders a little bit. both directions. Okay, shake the arms out. We're gonna do arm standing today. So grab your weights if you wanna use weights. And right leg forward first, left leg back, high lunge. Upper arms glued to your body. Lower arms are out in an angle. Good. So then we're reaching out and pulling. Reach and pull. It might not feel like much yet, but you have to create the work here. So push and pull. Flex your biceps. Pull your belly in. Really push hard into that front leg. Your front leg is bent. Very bent, probably. Nice and tall upper body, push and pull. See if you can keep your biceps engaged through both motions. Reach and pull. A lot of power in the elbows here, so think about squeezing them in toward you. Good, here's 4. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Little faster. Here we go. Reach and reach. Don't lose that work though, even though we're moving a little bit faster. Pull that belly in. Good work, yes. So think about your belly button drawing back toward the spine and make this hard, right? If you're just flopping your arms around, not doing much. So push, pull, push, pull. Good, count of 8. Then we're gonna step to chair and do bicep curls in 2 and 1. Here we go, pull it in and out. So tune up your posture here. Long spine, core working, and then really pull and push. Really send the booty back. Remember, heavy in the heels. Yes, nice. Keep working. Here's 4 and 3, 2, and 1. Left leg stays forward, right leg back. So high lunge, elbows high, and then straighten the arms, slow, lower and lift. It's down and up, down and up. So you only want to lift as high as you can, like until you feel your tricep working. That's when you stop, right at that point. Chest is open, upper body is tipped forward a little bit. Pull your belly in. Make these slow at first. We really want to set up the work before we start moving faster. Push into your left foot. Yes. Really reach for your fingers. We have 4 more like this. 3, 2, and hold them up at that top point. Little push up, little push up. Tiny little pushes, but they're super strong. So recruit some support from your core. Push down into that left foot. Arms are long and reaching. Good, yes. Long neck, you're gazing down on the ground ahead of you. Here's 8. Good, push. Here's 4, 3, 2. We're headed back to our chair, bicep curls. Yes, low belly especially, pull it in because we want the low back to stay long. Now, maybe we add a little lower and lift of our hips with the arms, kind of a little mini squat. Send that booty back though. Squeeze the inner thighs toward each other. Yes. Almost there. Here's 4 and 3, 2, and 1. Weights down, come on up to stand. Again, maybe you kind of just shake the arms out. And arms sweep up overhead. Again, forward fold. Take a moment here, let things soften. And then plant the hands, and we'll step back to downward dog. Pedal the feet out, shake the head. And then soften the knees. Let the tailbone lead the way up and back. So here, right leg lifts high. We're breathing deeply. We're softening the left heel down, and we're lifting the right leg a little more. Then we're slowly bringing the right knee underneath us. Foot steps through the hands. It's totally fine if it takes a couple steps to get there. Coming up for a warrior two. So your back foot needs to turn to face your left side wall. And you come on down, settle in. So we really want to try to bend the front leg and squeeze the feet toward each other, creating like nice strong foundation. Front palm flips, big reach up and back. Keep your front leg bent. Straighten that front leg. Keep reaching up and back. Breathe from your toes to your fingertips. Arms come straight out from the shoulders. Arms reach forward, hips bump back, and cartwheel the arms. Find your triangle. This is a really nice place for a block on high, probably. Again, the goal is not to touch the ground necessarily, because your body may not do that, and that's fine. Top shoulder kind of rolls back into its home. Breathe here. Should be a big hamstring stretch on the right leg. And let's bend and straighten the front leg a couple of times. So here we are like in a side angle with a bent leg, and then straight leg triangle. So just do a couple your own pace. Cool. Keep it bent. Take a baby step in with the back foot. Right fingertips will come down to block or to mat, and we lift the back leg. This is balancing half moon. So point or flex the lifted toes. Lift. Your entire body is open to your left side wall. Whew. Now, top hand comes down slowly. We're going into standing split. So lift that back leg. Let your head hang down. Deep breath. And then foot comes down. Take a low squat, just so we're not standing up too fast when we're like warm, right? Just let things settle. And then make your way to your down dog again. We'll do the other side. So left leg up high. Lift and breathe. Imagine creating space. Soften the right heel down. Maybe you lift a little more. And then that knee comes slowly under you. Step through. Come on up and set up your warrior two. Totally move around. Like it doesn't always happen where you come up and land in perfect form, right? So move around. It's all good. Come on down. Get the feet working. Low belly zipping up. Front palm flips. Big sweep up and back. Really reaching, like the fingertips matter, reach. And then straighten that front leg, keep reaching, keep breathing. Arms come out from your shoulders, reach, reach, reach. Booty bumps back, and then cartwheel the arms so the shoulders are stacked-ish. The bottom hand should be light though, right? Breathe here. Like where does it feel tight? Where does it feel maybe a little sticky? See if you can imagine like sending breath, sending space there. And we'll bend and straighten the front leg a couple of times. Keep your chest open. Now we'll keep the front leg bent. Little baby step in with the back foot. Left hand comes down to block or mat this time. Lift your right leg. The wobbles are good. It means you're working to find balance, right? Nice, yes, core strong. Top hand comes down, standing split. Just lift wherever you can, breathe. Lift a little higher. Foot comes down, again, low squat. Good. Hands at heart center, elbows could be pressing the thighs open. So it's booty time, and we're gonna start in tabletop, which is why I didn't go super hard on the arms earlier, or on the shoulders anyway. So tabletop, get yourself set up, belly pulled in. Now, before we do anything, you're gonna bring your right knee more toward the midline of the body, so that when you extend your left leg back, you have like a tripod. Point the left toes, lower to a hover, lift, lower, and lift. So imagine that you're squeezing your butt, and that is what is stopping the leg from going too high. So your fingers are wide, you're not rolling to the outside of the hands, pressing pointer finger and thumb down. Cool. So let's make these movements smaller and quicker. Now, it's not just a lift of the leg though, right guys? It never is. It's more of a push. Push and squeeze, push. Creating the work for yourself. So squeeze that butt cheek. Imagine isolating it in your mind and just focus on that part of your body right now. Cool, 8 more of these. And 4, 3, 2, we're gonna draw a horizontal line. So bring it out, bring it in, out, and in. That leg stays about hip height, but you're carving the line out. Imagine if you had a resistance band around your thighs, right? It's that amount of work that you need to create for yourself. And you're squeezing right underneath the butt cheek. So just tracing along the horizon, toes are pointed, really reaching back. Yes, you guys look great. Lift that low belly up, spine is long. 4, 3, 2, make them smaller. So squeeze in, in. So now you're only moving just a couple of inches, squeezing that leg in hard. So you're also using your inner thigh, just pulling it in toward your right leg. Good, strong arms. Here is 8, best ones yet. Squeeze that cheek harder. 4, 3, 2, knee to knee, fire hydrant lift and lower. So lift and lower. Now we're all gonna lift at different heights. You'll know when to stop lifting if your left hip starts rolling open. We want the hip bones square toward your mat. Keep that core strong, push hard into the left hand. So really find that squeeze at the top. Focus, this is it on this side, okay? Here's 4, 3, 2, and hold it up. Tiny lifts here. Push, push. Pull the belly in, push into that left hand. Here's 4, push, 3, 2, and knees come down, child's pose. Maybe a wrist circle or 2 if your wrists are feeling a little sensitive. Now, if that was too much on your wrists and you don't think you can do it again, you can totally have your forearms down on blocks. I just caution you that you don't let your spine like overarch, okay? So get yourself set. Left knee comes more toward the midline of your body. Right leg extends back. Big lower and lift. So something that can be helpful here is if you take your hands wide, mat width or wider, that can help with your tripod. Now, really think about squeezing that butt cheek at the top though, okay? Because we don't want to kick. It's a press, it's a lift, like with control. And of course, we're pulling our core in as much as we can, and we're pushing into our shoulders. Beautiful, guys. Yes. Here's 4, 3, 2, and hold it up. Tiny pushes, go. Little ones. So it's your job to keep that butt cheek squeezed this whole time now. Knuckles rooting down, feeling the power in your body. Really push into this. Go for it. Here's 8, 4, 3, horizontal lines. Here we go. Out and in. It's the big ones. I don't know, maybe a foot. Just moving right and left. Leg is long. Notice if your right hip is kind of lifting, trying to roll open. Close it down. We want hip bones level with each other. Carve that line out, guys. Reach back through the toes. You can do this. I know how strong you guys are. Here's 4, 3, 2, and little ones. Here we go. In, in, in. Using that inner thigh, squeezing right under the booty cheek. Push into your shoulders again. Lift the belly even more. This is when body starts to get tired, so we have to pay super close attention. Here's 4, 3, 2, knee to knee. Lift the belly, fire hydrant, lift, lower. So pushing hard into the right hand. Entire torso stays steady. Good, I know how hard it is. Let's do this together. Here's 4, 3, 2, hold it up. Little pushes here. This is it. Strongest core yet. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and child's pose. Okay. Little more booty, but we're going to be lying down on our back, so how bad could it be, right? Lay all the way down. Knees bent. Heels walk in a little bit. Legs totally together. You're going to press your feet down, and you're going to squeeze your butt to lift your hips. So squeeze and lower. Squeeze and lower. So as you lift, your shoulder blades stay down, mostly. So right away, I want you to feel this in your butt, of course, and a little in your thighs too. Now make sure at the top of your lift that you're squeezing your butt, which also will point the tailbone like it's shooting between your shins, right? So it's a little bit of a tuck of the tailbone as you lift. Breathe into that work. Root down those feet. Good. Now we'll hold it up, tiny lifts, tiny squeezes, lift and lift. Your squeeze is still just as hard though. Yeah, squeeze harder. Here's 4, 3, 2, hold those hips up, draw circles with the hips to your right. So you're just moving your pelvis around in like an oval shape. Drawing these little circles, keeping the hips elevated. Good, here's 4, 3, 2, and other way. So everything is staying lifted. You're really just trying to move the pelvis in a pretty small circle. Keep your butt squeezed though. Good. Here's 4, 3, 2, and hold it up. Tiny lifts. This is it here, and then we're moving on to core, okay? Last 8. Make these squeezes count. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thumb down. Sit up. Feet down. If you want to, just toes could be down. Hands behind the thighs. Shoulders roll up, back, and down. Lean back. Now, of course, if you want to be in full boat, you can. I'm going to keep my toes down because I want to keep my spine long. Hands at heart center, belly pulls in, twist right, back to center. Again, right, center. So the reason that I really emphasize keeping your spine long is because you don't want to twist when your spine is curved like that, shoulders down. It's going to create some pressure on your back that you may not want. So keep that spine long. Lean back, pull the low belly in. Good. And other side. I like to exhale when I twist. It helps contract your core muscles. Good. So you are leaning back to the point where you can maintain your form, but it's work. Couple more. Good. Hands catch on behind the thighs. Reset the shoulders if you need to. Lean back a little bit more. Release. And then right knee in, left knee in. Pull it in. Pull it in. Breathe. Yes. So it's like you're really trying to squeeze that knee in. Pull it in. Low belly. What's it doing? Have it be supporting you. So pull it in. Keep the chest open. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lean back, lift up. Little boat crunch. Lift up. So lift from the center of your chest. Good. We are so close. Here's our last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come to a seat, butterfly legs. And maybe tip forward a little bit. Let the breath get deeper. And let's stretch our hips a little bit. So we'll do half pigeon. Now, if this bothers your knees at all, just lay back and do figure 4 on your back, okay? But half pigeon, we'll put our right shin down in front of us, left leg back long. So you want your hip bones level. If your right hip is lifted, like mine usually is, I'm gonna put a block under my right hip, just a corner of it, just to keep everything level. Once you have that, you can totally fold forward any amount. You can lay all the way down. I'm gonna stay lifted today because that's what's feeling better for me. But you should feel it pretty intensely in the right hip. Maybe you close your eyes. Maybe you do a gentle rock of the hips side to side. Let's take about 3 more breaths here. See if you can really sink in. Peeling yourself up slowly. Option for quad stretch, so bend the back leg. If you want to, reach for it. And we'll let that go. It can feel good to like shake this leg out in a downward dog. So if you want to go to that 3-legged dog and just like pedal the foot out. And then we'll set up the other side. So lay that left shin down in front of you. Take a moment to get yourself situated. Okay? Take your time. Support under the left hip if you need it. It can sometimes be helpful to have your hands, one hand on each hip bone, and just feel if they're level or not. And then if you want to lean forward, you can. And just breathe deeply into whatever intensity this is for you. 3 more big breaths. And then coming up slow. If you want to do that quad stretch, go ahead and bend the back leg, reach for it. And release it. And again, if you want to just head back into a 3-legged dog and shake that leg out, go for it. Slowly walking yourself to your forward fold. Soften the knees. And maybe as you release your head down, maybe you wrap your hands back around the calf and just hug yourself down. And your knees can be bent as much as you need here, by the way. Go ahead and bend them if it feels better. Release your grip. Come back down to a seat. Any kind of seat works. Arms reach up. Big breath in. As we exhale, we'll twist to one side. Just gentle twist. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, twist other side. We'll do that one more time each side. So inhale, reach. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, hands come to heart center. Take a moment to let it all sink in and to appreciate what you've accomplished tonight. And for your neighbors in class, big round of applause for you guys. And thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to unmute, or actually, if you could go ahead and unmute yourselves. I don't have that control anymore. But what I am going to do is put the link in the GoFundMe link. We are donating to the George Floyd Memorial Fund today. So please donate if you are able to. And again, thank you so much for sharing your time with me, guys.